position in the government of the United States. I must put their battered pride ahead of my own.
You've done the right thing, Fred. You usually do.
Papa. Papa, Miss Tubman is here.
Harriet!
Frederick!
My goodness. My goodness. What a pleasant surprise.
I can't stay but a moment, Fred. But I couldn't come to Washington without stopping by to say hello.
It's been so long, Harriet. It brings back such pleasant memories. You know, Harriet, most of what I've done in my life has been in the public. But you've labored in a private way. I've had the applause of the crowds, while your greater deeds have been known by only a few trembling, scared, footsore bondsmen. The midnight sky and silent stars were witnesses to your heroism.
Old age sure ain't tarnished that silver tongue of yours. You must be terribly lonely, Frederick. With Anna gone and all the children grown up now.
Lonely? Harriet, Anna was the anchor of my life for 40 years. But I have Rosetta, Charles, Louis, Fred, and I have my work.
I hope this is hot enough for you.
Thank you, Rosetta. Miss Pitts,
Yes, Mr. Douglas?
do you have the file on the Ramsey properties?
I'll get it.
Thank you. Miss Pitts,
Yes, Mr. Douglas.
I understand you enjoy bars, that's so?
Very much, Mr. Douglas.
Perhaps you wouldn't mind accompanying me to the concert tonight.
I'd be happy to. Now I have to get back to my correspondence.
Papa, I speak for the entire family. How could you do such a terrible thing?
Rosetta, is it so terrible for an old man to seek comfort of a loving wife as the evening of his days descend upon him?
But you are not just anybody, Papa. You are the leader of our people. What kind of example is this? If you insist on marrying at your age, why turn your back on our women to marry this hussy?
That's nonsense, Rosetta. Black or white, male or female. We all have the right to follow the convictions of our hearts. If I were not to marry Helen simply because she happens to be white, I'd go to my grave a self-accused and self-convicted moral coward. Rosetta, please, don't desert me.
Oh, Papa, really?
Rosetta, please.
Absolutely.
I just found it.
It's a wonderful speech.
Wonderful.
Here he is.
Oh, where? Oh, there he is. Oh, there he is.
May I have your signature, sir?
Thank you.
May I have your autograph?
I really enjoyed your speech, sir. It was very moving. Thank you. May I have your autograph, sir?
Thank you for those wonderful words, Mr. Douglas.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
They mean a lot to all of us.
Mr. Douglas, how would you sum up your involvement in the women's cause?
When I ran away from slavery, it was for myself. When I advocated emancipation, it was for my people. But when I stood up for the rights of women, self was out of the question. And I found a little nobility in the act.
Well said.
Hello, Mr. Douglas.
Hello.
I'm Martin Andrew. I heard you speak last week in Mount Olive.
Oh, yes. That was an inspiring affair.
Can I talk to you for a moment, Mr. Douglas?
Well, Martin, I've just left one meeting. I barely have time for supper before I have to go off to another. Why don't you stop back by tomorrow afternoon? I'll have more than just a moment.
But I just have one question.
All right, just one.
But, sir, you lived in the old days when our people were slaves, and in the new times, both. But it seems like all those rights that we're supposed to have won are being taken away from us. What advice would you have for a young fella like me who wants all people to live in liberty and justice?
Agitate, Martin. Agitate. Agitate. Agitate.
If there is no struggle, there's no progress. The struggle may be a moral, or it may be a physical one, and it may be both moral and physical, but it must be a struggle. Power concedes nothing without a demand. I have little hope in the freedom of the slave by peaceful means. The limits of tyrants are prescribed by the endurance place the slave holds. Why did you invite me here to speak on this occasion? To mock me? What to the American slave is your 4th of July? Within or without the Union, slavery must fall. The long-crushed Negro must rise. More than all the other days of the year. No justice and cruelty. No slavery cannot last. Melancholy.
The old slave owners used to represent the slaves. The rich landowners of other countries represent the poor. And the men in the
It's hardly necessary for me to say, after what I've already said, that I'm a radical woman suffrage man.
Slavery is the common enemy of all mankind. One of those monsters of darkness to whom the light of truth is death.
Stepped upon the free soil of Massachusetts.
Let us never forget
When I took
that justice to the Negro is safety to the nation.